guys, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 3 favorite items in every single category of makeup, from primer to foundation. We're going to be following the exact cycle of how you would do your makeup. This tag has been going around. I'm like, let me try this tag out, because it's not just your regular favorites video, it's like your top 3. And a lot of this stuff you guys have honestly seen, but I can never stop talking about these items because they are just that good. And let's get started. You guys like my bun? It's a little bun. Yeah. Before we jump into the video, take a quick moment to subscribe down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and feel free to comment down below what are your favorite makeup items. I'm so curious to know. Okay, let's get started because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. My absolute favorite primer, hands down, it is the Smashbox Primerizer. It's a primer and a moisturizer all at once. It's an amazing hydrating primer. You put it on and it just glides on with some hydration. It really helps your makeup stay on all day long. It's like, this just feels so incredibly smoothing on the skin. I was so amazed when I tried this out. I've been just waiting for this to run out because like the original size is like $40 and then this one, smaller one, was like $15. So, and it's so tiny, you see? This is absolutely worth the money. For my next favorite primer, this is an OG but a great product. This is the No Pore Problem Primer. Best way I like to use this is only on my T-zone. I don't like to go on with my entire face with this. It does have a silicone-y texture, but it does have a nice moisturizing effect to it. And I've been using this for many, many years. I absolutely love this. I almost am running out of it. And then my last primer, can you guess it? Can you guess it? Maybe not. You don't watch me enough, do you? Last favorite primer is from the drugstore is the Wet n Wild Primer Focus Base Serum. Like, you guys, this is such a nice primer. This one definitely is a little bit more runny because it is a serum. The moment you apply it, it really hydrates your skin. It feels like a nice moisturizer, serum-y texture. For foundation, these are my top 4 foundations. I couldn't pick 3 because I just really did not want to leave this one out. So my first foundation, you guys know, is my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwear. This foundation is hands down the best foundation in the drugstore. It's high coverage, but it's not cakey in any way. It's just really well pigmented. It lasts so long throughout the day. A tiny bit amount of dewiness. Freshness, dewiness, blends easily, dries down really nicely. It's not matte. It just really is the best all-in-one foundation in the drugstore. I've repurchased this foundation at least 7 or 8 times now. It's that good. If you haven't gotten your hands on it, please try this out. My next favorite foundation is the Wet n Wild foundation, but the dewy version. Love the finish of this. Great coverage. Smells really good. It has a good wearing potential. These are my 2 absolutely favorite drugstore foundations. My number 1, this is my number 2. Next favorite foundation that I freaking adore, but this is my going out foundation. That foundation that you want to look full glam, not cakey. You know, I don't like cakiness in my life. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. It comes with a nice little pump. This is a miracle in a bottle. If you really want full on glam, an affordable price, this foundation is just so incredibly stunning on the skin. I love that it has hyaluronic acid. I heard this stuff is really good for your skin. And then lastly, a little more of the high-end, not too expensive, crazy amount of money high-end. It is the Rare Beauty foundation. I love that. It's like a margarita. It is that fresh foundation that you can wear every single day. The price tag, it's about $20, $24, $25. I've gone through 2 bottles already of this. What I love about this is how fresh it is. It makes you feel like you have no foundation on at all. I love to use this foundation with a brush. You want to go in with a brush so you could really get the most amount of payoff. But once you apply it with a brush, miraculously, your skin just looks better and it doesn't feel like you have any foundation on all day. It's really that miracle foundation, and I love the bottle. I love Rare Beauty. They have some incredible items, and this is my favorite high-end foundation at the moment. Up next is concealer. Oh, this was such a hard one because I love concealer. I love concealer so much. What I look for in a concealer is a concealer that feels like you have nothing under your eyes, that is like moisturizing. It doesn't settle into your lines. That's what I look for. As you age, you know, you gotta take care of your under eyes. They get a little crepey there. So we're gonna start off with my number 1 concealer right now. It is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the hydrating version, not the original. It needs to be hydrating. This is everything in one bottle. It's affordable. It is great coverage. It doesn't make you feel guilty about your under eyes because it's hydrating, and it does not settle into your lines. Second concealer that I love for more of those days that you want to feel fresh, you just don't want a lot of makeup. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. My favorite way of using this concealer is with a tinted moisturizer. So I go in with the ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer. By the way, this is the best tinted moisturizer. It's the best. This combo right here, you guys, this is that combo, like the fresh, oh, like I'm a young person again going to high school. It's just that pretty fresh concealer, just like it says. Oh, and it has hyaluronic acid, which is great for all of us old people. Lastly, my next concealer that is a little more pricier, it is the Kylie Skin Concealer. This is a miracle in a bottle. I don't really test out too many Kylie products, but the moment I applied this concealer, it looked like a miracle just happened under my under eyes, and I was just like, what? It really does everything that you need to do in a concealer, but it's still hydrating, it's still lightweight, it's still nice for your under eyes. Let's jump into setting powders. My all-time top setting powder forever will be the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This powder is great for your under eyes, it's great to set your entire face. It is that powder that doesn't make you feel dry. It just lays beautifully on top of any foundation. Like, I've tried this powder in all types of foundation, and it is just that powder that I would always go back to. The dupe for this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I feel like it doesn't really glow on my skin. It doesn't have a highlighting component to it. This is just a great powder. It really does an amazing job of just giving you that filtered appearance to your skin. And what I love about it is the price tag. I think this was $6. And then my last favorite setting powder, I use this more to bake my face because it is very, very pigmented. This is the Beauty Bakery Better Not Bitter Flour powder. Really great powder if you're trying to do a nice under eye brightening effect. My favorite #1 bronzer is always going to be the Butter Bronzer. You all know this. This is like my absolute favorite. It just gives you that beautiful sheeny glow. It's very, very buttery, it's very smooth, slightly cool toned. This is why I love this bronzer, because it just goes well with my skin tone. It's just always gonna be my favorite bronzer. I gotta get over this. Will I ever get over it? My next favorite bronzer is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. Ugh, this one smells really good too. This one is a little bit matte. This is a buttery formula, does not have a sheen, but it just has a perfect color. My last bronzer is a little bit sheeny. Tiny bit. It is the Maybelline City Bronzer. It's just such a nice suntan bronzer. This will just tan your life. One that I will always use for that, you know, those looks that you want to look bronzed, like you just spent a whole day on the beach. This is a beautiful bronzer for that sun-kissed glow. Alrighty, let's go with blush. My absolute #1 favorite blush is actually inside this big blush book from Tarte. This was in the color Kindred. It is just a stunning, beautiful peachy blush. So this blush is what I would use every single day in the summertime. It is buttery, it is beautiful. Like, not peachy, but not brown. It's like right in between, like a peachy nude. It is a perfect everyday blush, has a perfect amount of pigment. You cannot go overboard with it. This will make you look like you're just a healthy as heck person. My next favorite blush, this one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the color Nudist Society. Like a beautiful peachy color, great formula, very great in pigment. It's that blush that you could use with so many different looks, very affordable, and I just love how this looks on the skin. My next favorite blush is this one from Physicians Formula. It's the Butter Blush. This one is in the color Vintage Rogue. I love this blush. It feels nice, buttery on the skin, and it just gives your skin an amazing, healthy glow. It literally makes you look like you were running out in the snow. Up next is highlight. My #1 all-time favorite highlight ever is the Essence Pure Nude Highlight. I've talked about this many times in so many of my videos. This is an amazing drugstore highlight. The formula does not accentuate your pores. This is what a bride would wear on her day. So I want to be a bride every single day. My next favorite highlight is the Physicians Formula. It's the Warm Nude Little Palette. First of all, the packaging, oh my God. This one is slightly more beaming than this one, but it's still very nice, natural, flattering on the cheeks. It's like a bronzy highlight. It's just so beautiful. I absolutely love this. My next category of highlight, these are beaming highlight. My favorite one, more gold toned highlight, is the Jaclyn Hill Loose Highlight. This one's in the color Bomb. This one is that gorgeous, beautiful, beaming gold highlight, but not accentuating. I cannot stand those highlights that you put on and you could just tell that there's big old pores there, you know what I mean? I love this one because it's so finely milled. Makes you feel like Cleopatra or something. Like, this is just so beautiful. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. Every time I go out somewhere, people are always like, what are you wearing? Oh my God, what highlight is that? And then my next favorite highlight that I did not want to leave out because this highlight is beaming. It is the Benefit Cookie Highlight. This highlight is what I'm actually wearing on my cheeks today, but I didn't want to do too much. I wanted to tone it down a bit. This highlight is a gorgeous champagne highlight, and you can use it for your inner corners. I mean, look at this. Y'all ready? Do you see that? Gotta be careful with that one though. You gotta be real careful. You gotta do it like me, you know, little subtle. For brow products, I only have 2 products because I don't use a lot of different products for my brows. So these are my absolutely 2 favorite products that I've repurchased 100,000 times. So the first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Y'all know this is an old as hell 2016 makeup kind of classic. I'm always gonna use this because I find it so easy to use. It just works. The waxiness, the stiffness of it, just everything about this works. And I will just always keep repurchasing this. Only when it goes on sale in Ulta though. Another one that's my favorite one that I use is from the drugstore is this brow stylist from L'Oreal. This has actually been my favorite go-to. I love how quick and easy this does your brows. Brows will stay in place all day. I hated this product at first, but then I kept reaching for it over and over again. So it actually became my top brow products of the only 2 that I use. Up next for mascara, my favorite top drugstore mascara is going to have to be the Lash Princess from Essence. This one was recommended to me by a friend and I started using it and I just was freaking appalled. Appalled is not a good word. I was astonished how incredibly lifting my lashes looked with this mascara and how it did not clump. It was just such a good, affordable drugstore option. It separates lashes really nicely. Next is a little bit more pricier. First one is gonna be the Lancome Big Monsieur mascara. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, look at the packaging, the bottle. Oof, the freaking wand is thick. This will separate your lashes in one stroke. You'll put it on, your lashes will go towards your monitor, and this will just change your life. This mascara is probably my favorite high-end mascara. I will repurchase this once it goes on sale. This does what the name of the mascara is, Monsieur Big. It just makes your lashes big. My next favorite mascara, I talked about this in my last video. This one is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. What I love most about this is the naturalness of this. Natural long lashes. This is just what it is. That's all I'm gonna say. For eyeliners, waterline liners, my absolute favorite #1 winged eyeliner is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof felt tip liner. It looks like this, like a pen. It's super easy to use. That even someone with a crazy shaky hand will be able to do this. Another one that I really love is this one, the e.l.f. H2O liquid liner as well. This is very similar to this one. This one's a little bit more pigmented in that sense, but this one's just, there's something about this one that is so easy to use. But I love this one too. The felt tip is a little different. Yeah, this one's a little bit more pigmented. They're both really great options. Next, for the waterline, it is the same version, the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof. This one I love because it is very, very black. It stays on your eyes all day long and very easy to use. The moment you glide it on, it's like you're gliding on the black. It's perfect. Another one that's really great is the e.l.f. H2O version of it. It's no budge, retractable. These two comboed with these two, they're great. For lipsticks, first one is the best red lipstick you will ever have in your lifetime. There's nothing better than this lipstick. I've talked about this so many times. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Lipstick. If you're looking for a tattoo on your lips, you want to bite into pizza, you don't want nothing ever coming out, trust me, this is the best tattoo lipstick ever. Just FYI, this will not come off with regular soap. You need micellar water to take this out. I won't use any other red lipstick that's not this one. I don't want my lipstick to come out when I'm done biting a burger. Next favorite lipstick is my favorite nude. It's so hard to find a perfect nude because there's those nudes that make you look dead. Then there's the ones that look just gold. This one is from Essence and I love the formula of this. I love how comfortable it wears on the lips. It is like that beautiful peachy-ish nude. This is the kind of nude that I like to wear on my lips. I always like a more peachy, more bronzier kind of nude. Next is another beautiful drugstore lipstick. This one's from Milani. This was in the color Teddy Bear. It has a really good long wearing power and I love how it smells. It smells like cherry. Oh, it's so pretty. This one's a little bit more brownie, but as you can see, it is beautiful. For gloss, I only have one gloss to talk about. This is the Rare Beauty gloss in the color Nearly Neutral. It has a little bit of a tint of brown in it. This gives you that gorgeous natural lip color non-glossy, sticky formula, and that's what I love most about it. And lastly, for setting spray, number one setting spray ever, it is the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop. It's literally almost running out. I use this every single day. I love how fresh it makes your skin look. I love the lasting power. Once you apply it, it just feels like your face just looks lit up. Next one that I love is this one from NYX, the Bear With Me one. This one feels refreshing. It's a multitasking spray, so you could use this underneath your makeup, after your makeup. I just love to go in with this just to feel refreshed, to touch up my makeup throughout the day. It just feels like you hit your face with a bunch of ice cubes. I don't know how that feels, but this feels refreshing. My last one is a high-end one. It feels like it just puts your makeup and locks it into place. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Setting Spray. Smells like a spa. When you spray it, like your makeup just pops. It just really does what a setting spray should do, and it is to feel refreshed. It is to lock your makeup into place. All right, guys, that completes my top favorite 3 items in all categories of makeup. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Do like the video if you like it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.